Oh, would you be opposed to it? That's what he said. Would you be opposed to a DNA test? And I said, no, I wouldn't be opposed to it. You know, and that was it. So now in the paper, Tom Jones is getting the DNA test to find out whether he's black or not.
Most people recognize Sir Tom Jones for his iconic hit song, It's Not Unusual, but did you know there's more to his heritage than meets the eye? In this video, we reveal the fascinating, lesser-known stories of several celebrities with hidden or little-known black ancestry. These surprising connections have shaped their rise to fame in ways you might not expect. Get ready to rethink what you know about these stars. You won't believe their stories. Stay tuned for the full reveal. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a true multi-talented star, known both as a wrestling legend and a major Hollywood figure. Despite his fame and success, he's always stayed humble and proudly embraces his diverse heritage. His path in wrestling was shaped by his family's deep roots in the sport, with his father, Rocky Johnson, and grandfather, Peter Maivia, both being accomplished wrestlers. Early in his career, Johnson struggled to connect with fans as Rocky Maivia. It wasn't until he rebranded himself as the bold and charismatic The Rock that he found real success, engaging in iconic rivalries and winning numerous championships. Johnson's transition to acting has been just as impressive, starring in blockbuster franchises like Fast and the Furious and Jumanji. Dwayne "The Rock." Johnson's journey has not been without challenges. He's been open about the discrimination he faced growing up, often dealing with racial prejudice and being misidentified because of his appearance. His story is one of resilience and reinvention. By sharing his personal experiences and working to break down barriers in both wrestling and Hollywood, Johnson has become a role model admired not just for his talent, but for his character as well. He has spoken about the struggles of being seen as a half-breed, neither fully Samoan nor fully black, and how it was hard to find his place. His story highlights the complexities of navigating a biracial identity, showcasing his determination and strength. Despite all his success, Johnson remains grounded and uses his platform to inspire others while staying true to his roots. He's proud of his Samoan and black heritage, saying, "I'm very proud to be a Samoan and a black man." Johnson embraces both sides of his cultural identity with pride and respect. Clark Gable. Clark Gable, often called the King of Hollywood during the golden age of cinema, was a trailblazing actor who challenged racial barriers and championed equality both on and off screen. Despite efforts by Hollywood to downplay his background, Gable was rumored to have a diverse heritage, including possible black and Native American roots. He was outspoken about his heritage and firmly opposed racial discrimination. One notable instance of his commitment to equality was his stance against the segregation policies of his time. He even threatened to boycott the premiere of Gone with the Wind in Atlanta because African-American cast members Hattie McDaniel and Butterfly McQueen were barred from attending. Gable only agreed to attend after McDaniel personally requested it, leading to a lasting friendship between them. Gable's commitment to fairness extended beyond just the premiere. He also advocated for integrated facilities on set and equal treatment for everyone involved in production. His strong stance was particularly notable given the challenges he faced in Hollywood due to his distinctive appearance, which initially hampered his acting career. Gable's actions and beliefs reflected his character and his refusal to let racial discrimination dictate the opportunities and treatment of those in the industry. Despite early obstacles, Gable's determination led to his rise as a major box office draw with roles in classic films like It Happened One Night and the iconic Gone with the Wind. His captivating performances and magnetic screen presence solidified his status as a true Hollywood legend. Gable's influence extended beyond his acting career. His legacy also includes his service in the Army Air Force during World War II. Even in the military, he was a force for change, challenging racial divisions and pushing for equal treatment. Gable's unwavering dedication to fairness and his commitment to his principles have made him a significant figure who not only shaped the entertainment industry but also left a lasting impact on society. Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, renowned for her extraordinary 5-octave vocal range, has mesmerized fans worldwide with her music. Her journey to fame has been deeply influenced by her mixed heritage. Her father, Alfred Roy, had African American and Venezuelan roots, while her mother, Patricia, was Irish. This blend of cultural backgrounds has been a significant part of Carey's personal experiences and identity. Growing up in predominantly white communities, Carey struggled with her racial identity, often feeling disconnected from both white and black communities. She has shared that there is a part of her that people find uncomfortable, reflecting her complex sense of self. Carey noted that while her father was easily identified as black, her own racial identity was frequently questioned. This confusion led to her being inaccurately labeled as a white soul singer early in her career, which she found frustrating. Mariah Carey's journey with her racial identity was complicated by her first marriage to Tommy Mottola, who appeared to favor downplaying her mixed heritage. Carey believes this was a tactic to manage her public image and appeal to a mostly white audience. In her autobiography, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, she opens up about her biracial background and the struggles she faced with her mixed hair type and self-esteem. Today, Carey proudly embraces her natural hair and advocates for mixed-race individuals. She uses her platform to challenge rigid racial categories and teaches her children, Moroccan and Monroe, about the richness of their heritage. Carey has shared, "I understand people want to hold on to their roots, but I felt like a complete non-entity because of it." She suggests that these struggles may have driven her determination to be recognized and accepted. Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel, known for being one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors, is celebrated for his dynamic action roles and captivating performances. His background is a rich blend of Black, Native American, German, and Irish heritage, which he proudly embraces. This diverse heritage reflects a broader shift in American views on race and identity, as Diesel's roles often break through traditional racial boundaries. In 1995, Diesel made a significant impact with his short film Multifacial, which he wrote, directed, and starred in. The film highlights the challenges faced by actors of mixed ethnicity in Hollywood. It gained recognition at the Cannes Film Festival and caught the attention of acclaimed director Steven Spielberg, leading to Diesel's role in Spielberg's 1998 film Saving Private Ryan. Diesel's production company, One Race, founded in 1995, is a strong advocate for diversity and has been behind many of his successful films. The company has released 15 feature films starring Diesel, which together have earned over $3 billion worldwide. Diesel often takes on roles where the character's race isn't explicitly defined, reflecting a more inclusive approach in his acting. In an interview, Diesel emphasized his identity by saying, "I'm definitely a person of color. I never met my biological father. The man who raised me was a black man, and he made me who I am and taught me who I am." Diesel's career in Hollywood highlights a progressive shift in how race and identity are portrayed, showcasing a new generation of actors who embrace and celebrate their diverse backgrounds. J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover, who led the FBI for nearly 50 years, remains a controversial figure due to his aggressive tactics, political maneuvering, and overt racism. While some view him as a law enforcement hero, his legacy is tainted by his staunch opposition to the civil rights movement. There have been persistent rumors about Hoover's possible African American heritage, but these claims have never been confirmed. Although his official records list him as white, there are inconsistencies that fuel speculation. For instance, his birth certificate was registered late after his mother passed away in 1938, adding to the mystery surrounding his ancestry. This speculation has led some to question whether his strong opposition to the civil rights movement was influenced by his background. Hoover is known for targeting prominent civil rights leaders like Marcus Garvey in the 1920s and Martin Luther King Jr. in the 1950s and 1960s, employing surveillance and intimidation to hinder their work. As the head of the Bureau of Investigation, which later became the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover made notable advancements in police technology. However, he also amassed considerable power, often flouting FBI protocols and the law. Hoover was infamous for employing illegal surveillance methods, including wiretapping and break-ins, and he frequently used intimidation against political figures, regardless of their rank. Despite the controversies of his tenure, Hoover led the FBI through 8 presidential administrations, from Calvin Coolidge to Richard Nixon. His life and actions remain a topic of intense scrutiny, with recent research delving into his connections with white evangelicals and the lasting impact of his methods on the FBI's culture. Rashida Jones. Rashida Jones is a well-known actress celebrated for her roles in popular TV shows like Parks and Recreation and The Office. Her unique background, being the daughter of music legend Quincy Jones and actress Peggy Lipton, adds depth to her story that's not always widely known. Growing up in Bel Air, Los Angeles, Jones was immersed in a blend of Black and Jewish traditions. Her father, Quincy Jones, is of African-American descent, while her mother, Peggy Lipton, was of Ashkenazi Jewish heritage. Jones has shared that her parents' interracial marriage in the 1970s faced societal challenges, but they created a supportive community with other mixed heritage families. Rashida Jones grew up with a strong connection to her Jewish roots, thanks to her mother. She attended Hebrew school and celebrated Jewish holidays like Passover and Yom Kippur. We always went to Seder for Passover. I really liked the cultural and familial side of Judaism. It was always the most comfortable place for me, she has said. At the same time, Jones embraced her African-American heritage, which she explored through her involvement with the Black Student Association at Harvard University. There, she majored in religious studies and wrote a thesis on 11th century Indian philosophy. Her fascination with religion and its ability to bring people together remains a significant part of her worldview. Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter, celebrated as one of baseball's all-time greats and a legendary shortstop for the New York Yankees, faced significant challenges on his path to success. Growing up biracial in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Jeter encountered both subtle and overt racism. His parents, Charles and Dorothy, met and fell in love while serving in the U.S. military in Germany in 1972. When they returned to the U.S., their interracial relationship was met with disapproval. Despite these obstacles, Jeter's parents worked hard to protect their children from discrimination, emphasizing the values of hard work and perseverance. Jeter himself became aware of the racial bias around him from a young age, recalling, "I would have many individuals staring at me." As he entered his professional baseball career, the racism he faced became even more apparent. During a visit to Kalamazoo after his time with the Greensboro Hornets, Derek Jeter encountered a racial slur from a stranger as he was leaving a local Taco Bell with a friend. The incident had a profound impact on him. He recalled, "I remember feeling deeply hurt by that. I was so proud to be back in Kalamazoo achieving my dream and getting drafted, and then you realize this is a harsh reality check." Jeter's experiences shed light on the struggles many biracial individuals face when confronting societal expectations and biases. His story underscores the importance of resilience and determination in overcoming adversity and achieving success, both on and off the baseball field. Despite these challenges, Derek Jeter never let them derail his pursuit of success. His unwavering focus and determination, shaped by his parents' influence, helped him navigate and rise above the difficulties he faced. Buck Showalter, Jeter's manager with the Yankees, admired the strength of Jeter's parents, commenting, "I was struck by how strong his parents were and the resilience they must have had in an interracial marriage. Showalter also recognized the many challenges players face, especially in a place like New York City, and believed that Jeter's upbringing had prepared him to overcome these hurdles. Maya Rudolph. Maya Rudolph, celebrated actress and comedian, proudly embraces her biracial background. Born to the renowned singer Minnie Riperton, who was African-American, and Richard Rudolph, a Caucasian composer, Rudolph's heritage has deeply influenced her personal identity and career choices. In interviews, Rudolph has openly discussed the impact of her mixed heritage, recalling the lack of mixed-race role models during her youth. She shared, "I didn't feel like I had a lot of mixed role models growing up. I fell in love with Lisa Bonet because I knew she was mixed. Seeing her, I felt a connection, like, she's one of us, and I'm one of her." Rudolph's African-American roots have also shaped the roles she takes on, including her well-received impersonation of Kamala Harris on Saturday Night Live. Reflecting on this role, she said, "I'm so honored to play her because she's a woman of color, and I'm a woman of color. It's really meaningful to me to represent that on a national stage. Maya Rudolph's openness about her heritage and her dedication to portraying diverse experiences have earned her respect in the entertainment industry. Known for both her talent and her advocacy for inclusivity, she actively uses her platform to support and celebrate the Black community. Beyond her acting career, Rudolph is deeply involved in promoting diversity and inclusion in the industry. She has participated in various initiatives aimed at increasing representation and has been a strong advocate for the visibility of people of color. In an interview, Rudolph emphasized the need for diverse storytelling, saying, "It's crucial that we see stories reflecting the world we live in, with people of color in positions of power and leadership, and that this diversity is represented in the media we consume." Carol Channing. Carol Channing, a Broadway legend best known for her iconic role as Dolly Levi in Hello, Dolly, made a surprising discovery later in life. She had African-American ancestry. She learned about this part of her heritage at age 16 when her mother revealed it to her. In her 2002 autobiography, Just Lucky, I Guess, Channing openly discussed her family's mixed background, which included African-American and German roots from her father's side and a German-Jewish background from her mother. She took pride in her diverse heritage, humorously remarking, "Gee, I got the greatest genes in show business." Channing also reflected on the societal pressures to pass as white in the entertainment industry. She was aware of the challenges she faced, including the risk of typecasting and the potential impact of her racial identity on her career opportunities. Despite these obstacles, Carol Channing's immense talent and charm made her a beloved figure in theater and beyond. Although she initially kept her racial identity private, Channing's incredible versatility as an actress, singer, comedian, and dancer earned her widespread acclaim. Her career featured numerous TV appearances on shows like Sesame Street, The Muppet Show, and The Love Boat. She even campaigned with the legendary Louis Armstrong for President Kennedy. Channing's story highlights the complex relationship between racial identity and the entertainment industry, where many felt pressured to conceal their ethnic backgrounds. Her eventual openness about her African-American heritage demonstrates both her personal growth and the evolving attitudes towards diversity in the arts. Tom Jones. Tom Jones, the renowned Welsh singer known for classics like It's Not Unusual, has often found himself at the center of speculation about his African heritage. Now in his 70s, Jones is considering a DNA test to explore his ancestral roots, fueled by a lifetime of experiences where people assumed he was passing as white. Jones has recounted numerous instances, particularly in the U.S., where people were surprised to learn he was white after hearing his powerful, soulful voice. "A lot of people still think I'm black," he recently shared. "When I first came to America, people were shocked to see I was white after hearing me sing on the radio." This misunderstanding has persisted, with Jones noting, "Because of my hair, many black people still think I'm just passing as white." The ongoing speculation about Tom Jones's racial background has led him to consider a deeper exploration of his heritage, which could reveal the origins of the unique qualities that have contributed to his lasting success in music. The curiosity surrounding Jones's background is partly fueled by an intriguing detail about his mother, Frida. Jones has shared that after his birth, Frida developed big dark patches all over her body, which sparked questions about whether she had any black ancestry. Although Frida was unsure, this detail has only added to the speculation about Jones's possible African heritage. Despite his interest in taking a DNA test, Jones has not yet pursued it. However, his story has sparked broader conversations about identity, heritage, and the impact of African American culture on the music industry. The fascination with Jones's racial background reflects a wider societal interest in the complexities of racial identity and the ways in which appearance, talent, and heritage intersect. Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle's journey with her racial and personal identity has been complex and evolving. While she always saw herself as a mixed-race individual, the public's intense focus on her race only became pronounced when her relationship with Prince Harry gained attention. Markle has noted, "It's very different to be a minority, but not be treated as one right away. Before moving to the UK, people didn't often see me as a black woman, so race didn't come up as much in my everyday life." The shift in how her race was perceived was jarring for Markle, who had not experienced such intense scrutiny until her move to the UK. This increased focus on her racial identity has sparked important conversations about the challenges biracial individuals face, navigating between different cultural identities and finding a sense of belonging. Markle has described this struggle, saying, "Just as mixing black and white makes gray, that's how it felt for my self-identity. It created a murky area where I felt people couldn't fully connect with me. I felt like this ambiguous color, lacking depth and stuck in the middle." Markle's experiences highlight the complexities of racial identity and the need for a deeper understanding of the mixed-race experience. Her openness about her personal journey has sparked broader conversations about race, identity, and the pursuit of acceptance in a diverse world. Meghan Markle's story underscores the challenges faced by biracial individuals, including societal pressures to conform to a single racial identity or meet certain expectations. Her experiences have also emphasized the importance of representation and the value of seeing people who share one's racial and ethnic background in influential roles. Markle's mother had warned her about the racial scrutiny she might face, a reality that became clear with media focus on her heritage, as seen in headlines like "Almost Straight Out of Compton." These instances have highlighted the intense scrutiny and criticism centered on race. Wentworth Miller. Wentworth Miller, best known for his role as Michael Schofield on Prison Break, brings a diverse ethnic background to his acting and writing. Born in Chipping Norton, Oxfordshire, England, he has American parents. His father's heritage includes African American, Jamaican, German, and English roots, while his mother's family comes from Russian, French, Dutch, Syrian, and Lebanese backgrounds. In an interview with GQ Germany, Miller shared insights into his unique racial identity, saying, "My father is black and my mother is white, so I can relate to either side. It sometimes feels like I'm a racial lone ranger, navigating between two communities." Though born in England, Miller moved to Brooklyn, New York, when he was just 1 year old, and has always considered himself American. Wentworth Miller's acting career kicked off in the early 2000s with roles in films like Underworld and The Loft. His big break came in 2005 when he starred as Michael Schofield in Prison Break. His performance earned him a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actor in a television series drama. In addition to acting, Miller has shown his talent as a screenwriter. He wrote the 2013 thriller Stoker under the pseudonym Ted Folke, explaining that he wanted the script to be judged on its own merits rather than his name. Miller has been open about his personal struggles, including mental health challenges. In 2013, he publicly came out as gay in a letter on GLAAD's website, where he also shared his experiences with depression and suicidal thoughts. Since then, Miller has become an advocate for mental health and LGBTQ+ rights. Tracy Ellis Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross's life and career have been deeply influenced by her diverse heritage. As the daughter of the legendary Motown singer Diana Ross and music manager Robert Ellis Silverstein, Tracy was introduced to the entertainment world from a young age. Growing up, Tracy and her siblings enjoyed a nurturing environment where their mother prioritized family life despite her demanding career. Tracy recalls Diana saying, "I'm not raising my children to raise my children," underscoring her dedication to being hands-on with her kids. This strong family bond remains important to Tracy, who shares a close relationship with her siblings, Rhonda, Chudney, Ross, and Evan. Her identity is enriched by her African American and Jewish roots, which she's openly discussed. "My father is Jewish, and my mother is African American and a Baptist," she has said. These dual heritages have significantly influenced her work, particularly in her role as Dr. Rainbow Bo Johnson on the hit show Blackish. The series, which explores themes of race and identity, has been a pivotal part of her career. Tracy has expressed her gratitude for being involved in the show, noting, "Blackish was definitely the beginning of something, and I just feel so honored to be a part of it." Tracy Ellis Ross's journey exemplifies how embracing one's heritage can serve as a powerful source of inspiration and connection, both personally and professionally. Her distinct appearance, including a mild case of ptosis or a drooping eyelid, has significantly shaped her perspective on life. When faced with online criticism about her eyes, Tracy responded with confidence, saying, "I know you'll make fun of my eyes, you know what I mean? Well, 'cause it's not my fault, all right? My body does what it does. I don't know why." Her openness and acceptance of her physical traits have made her a strong role model, admired for both her acting and her personal resilience. Tracy's rich heritage, strong family bonds, and self-assured attitude have all played a crucial role in her success as an actress, producer, and businesswoman. Her trailblazing work in television and her passionate advocacy for diversity and inclusivity have cemented her status as a respected and influential figure in the entertainment industry. Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick, born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1987, is the son of Heidi Russo, a white American and an African-American father with Ghanaian, Nigerian, and Ivorian heritage, whose identity remains unknown. When Kaepernick was just 5 weeks old, Russo decided to put him up for adoption. He was soon welcomed into the home of Rick and Teresa Kaepernick, a white couple who had previously lost 2 sons to heart defects and had a son and daughter of their own, Kyle and Devin. Growing up as a biracial child in a predominantly white family, Kaepernick's early years were shaped by his unique identity. The family moved to California when he was 4, and as he grew older, Kaepernick began to navigate and understand his place in the world. He's shared, "As I got older, my sense of identity and understanding of my place in society evolved." Growing up, Kaepernick was always open about his adoption and racial background. His adoptive mother, Teresa Kaepernick, mentioned in a 2010 New York Times interview, "We've always been very transparent about the adoption and our differences in skin color. We highlighted it as a positive, and he grew up comfortable with who he was." This openness about his heritage has deeply influenced Kaepernick's perspective and activism, fueling his advocacy for social justice and racial equality. Exploring the diverse racial and cultural backgrounds of public figures like Mariah Carey and Colin Kaepernick reveals the richness of their personal stories, inspiring us to embrace and celebrate our own unique identities. Jesse Williams. Jesse Williams is an actor and activist best known for his role as Dr. Jackson Avery on Grey's Anatomy. What many may not realize is that his background is a rich blend of Black and European heritage. Williams's father is African American, while his mother has European roots, reflecting a diverse heritage that has profoundly influenced his identity and career. Growing up, Williams was one of the few black students after his family moved to the suburbs, a transition that deeply impacted him. In an interview with The Guardian, he shared, "I have access to rooms and information. I am white, and I am also black. I am an invisible man in a lot of these scenarios. I know how white people talk about black people. I know how black people talk about white folks. I know I am there, and everyone speaks honestly around me." Williams's experiences as a biracial individual have informed his work as an actor and his commitment to social justice. He has been actively involved in advocacy, using his platform to address issues of race and inequality. Reflecting on his youth, he recalled a moment when a friend's mother made a comment about a black person, and despite his young age and small stature, he responded, "I remember a mom of a friend of mine in the suburbs made some comment about a black person, and I had to be 12, about 60 pounds, and I said something, and she said, 'Oh no, not you. You are not black, you are great.' It was real. That happened, and she meant it. And she meant it sincerely and sweetly. She was paying me a compliment." Williams's journey underscores the complexities of navigating multiple racial identities and how these experiences shape one's perspective. Halsey, the renowned singer and songwriter known for her distinctive voice and powerful lyrics, has a background that reflects a rich blend of cultural influences. Born Ashley Frangipane in Edison, New Jersey, Halsey identifies as mixed race, with roots in both black and European ancestry. Her father is of African-American descent, while her mother is of Italian-American and European heritage. In an interview with Allure, Halsey shared insights into the complexities of her racial identity, revealing, "A lot of people try to overlook many of my experiences because I outwardly appear white. Despite the tears I've shed over feeling disconnected from my family and culture, or instances like being mistaken for the babysitter when out with my family, none of that compares to the tears I would shed if I presented as phenotypically black, facing the disadvantages and violence associated with it." Halsey's journey through the music industry has been marked by her candid discussions about her identity and the privileges and challenges that come with it. She has spoken openly about how her appearance has affected her experiences, acknowledging that her white presentation has afforded her certain advantages. "My family carries a lot of guilt about that, but I believe it's a common experience for mixed families," she has noted. Lisa Bonet, celebrated for her groundbreaking role as Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show, has a rich heritage that often surprises many. Born in San Francisco in 1967, Bonet is of mixed black and Jewish descent. Her father, Alan Bonet, was a black opera singer, while her mother, Arlene, was a Jewish woman of Russian descent. This diverse background has shaped Bonet's identity and career in profound ways. Despite her success, Bonet's mixed heritage has not always been fully recognized or understood. In an interview with Porter magazine, she reflected on the challenges of growing up with such a unique background. "The world wasn't ready for what I represented, the merging of these two races," Bonet said. "I didn't always feel welcome. In my mom's family, in my school. So I sheltered myself by always withholding a bit, because I didn't always feel safe." Bonet has been candid about the impact of her heritage on her life and career. She acknowledged feeling disconnected at times, noting that the prejudice she faced led her to hide parts of herself. "Try not to internalize the disdain and hate that was projected onto me," she advises her younger self. Throughout her career, Bonet has used her platform to challenge perceptions and highlight the complexities of racial identity. Her roles and personal experiences reflect a deep understanding of the intersections of race and culture. Kimora Lee Simmons, a prominent fashion designer and former model, is known for her striking presence and influential career. What many might not know is that her background is a rich tapestry of Black, Korean, and Japanese heritage. Born in St. Louis to a Korean-Japanese mother and an African-American father, Kimora's unique heritage played a significant role in shaping her experiences growing up. In an interview with Working Mother, Simmons reflected on her childhood, sharing, "I was a mixed-race girl with a Korean-Japanese mother and an African-American father, and none of the other kids at my school were like me. I was nearly 6 feet tall by the time I was 11 years old. Everything about me seemed to be a source of ridicule to other kids. My face, my height, the texture of my hair, my body shape." Despite the challenges she faced due to her distinct appearance and heritage, Simmons has used her experiences to fuel her success and advocate for acceptance and diversity. Her career in fashion, marked by her leadership at Baby Phat and her influential role in the industry, reflects her dedication to embracing and celebrating her diverse background. Simmons has also emphasized the importance of instilling these values in her own children. "Now, as my mom did for me, I'm guiding my own daughters to understand tolerance, to embrace differences in culture, religion, and even physical appearance," she explained. Her commitment to fostering inclusivity and self-acceptance continues to influence her work and her approach to parenting. Nicole Richie. Nicole Richie, widely recognized for her role in shaping early 2000s reality TV alongside Paris Hilton, has a rich and diverse heritage that adds depth to her story. Born Nicole Camille Escovedo, she is the daughter of singer and musician Lionel Richie and has a heritage that spans Black, Mexican, and Spanish roots. Her complex background has contributed significantly to her identity and public persona. Richie's early years were marked by her high-profile friendship with Hilton, which catapulted her into the spotlight. Despite the glitz of reality TV fame, Richie has navigated the challenges of her mixed-race heritage with grace. Reflecting on her identity, she has shared with candid honesty, "When asked about my race, I usually simplify it to just Black, but my background is much more nuanced." As she transitioned from reality TV to other ventures, Richie has embraced roles as a wife and mother, finding success as a businesswoman and television personality. She returned to TV with her show Candidly Nicole on VH1, which showcased her humor and candid personality. Nicole Richie's journey highlights the complexities of navigating a multiracial identity while balancing public expectations and personal authenticity. Slash's life and career have been profoundly shaped by his unique heritage and family background. Born Saul Hudson in Hampstead, London in 1965, he is widely known for his legendary guitar work with Guns N' Roses, as well as his contributions to bands like Velvet Revolver and Slash's Snake Pit. His distinctive style and musical prowess have solidified his reputation as one of the greatest rock guitarists of all time. Slash's upbringing was steeped in artistic influences. His mother, Ola Hudson, was an African-American costume designer who worked with icons such as David Bowie and Ringo Starr. His father, Anthony Hudson, was a white British artist, renowned for his album cover designs for artists like Neil Young and Joni Mitchell. This blend of artistic heritage provided Slash with a rich creative environment from an early age. Despite his rock star persona, Slash's background includes a nuanced racial identity that is less commonly known. Reflecting on his mixed heritage, Slash has shared how his upbringing in a biracial family has influenced his worldview. "My mother was Black and my father was white," he has stated. "Growing up, I was always aware of my mixed heritage, and it shaped how I view the world." In his early years, Slash was exposed to a vibrant mix of cultures and artistic styles, which fueled his passion for music. His mother's African-American heritage and his father's artistic legacy combined to create a dynamic environment that nurtured his musical talents. As he matured, Slash channeled his diverse influences into his work, becoming a global icon in rock music. Yara Shahidi. Yara Shahidi, celebrated for her dynamic roles and activism, embodies a rich blend of cultural heritage. Born in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 2000, Shahidi has roots that span both Black and Iranian backgrounds. Her mother, Carrie Shahidi, is of African-American descent, while her father, Afshin Shahidi, is Iranian. Growing up, Yara navigated the complexities of her biracial identity, a journey that has profoundly influenced her career and activism. In an interview on AOL's Build series, Shahidi reflected on how her background has shaped her role in Blackish. Being someone that is half black and half Iranian and proud of both sides, it gave me a community of people that identify as Blackish, she explained. Because so many times, if you are of any race, there is a certain feeling of this meter of like, how black am I? How Iranian am I? And it's hard when you're both to feel as though you can coexist as both and be fully both. Shahidi's involvement in Blackish allowed her to explore and embrace her complex identity using the show's title, Blackish, as a means of acknowledging and celebrating her dual heritage. I think being Blackish was the perfect word because it described both the fact that I can be biracial and proud of my heritage on both sides, Shahidi noted. It also accepts the fact that we live in a time where many of my behaviors or the cultures I consume are an amalgamation. Her commitment to representation and inclusivity extends beyond her acting career. Shahidi has used her platform to advocate for social justice, education, and empowerment, becoming a role model for many. J. Cole. J. Cole's journey through his racial identity is a profound example of navigating a complex blend of backgrounds. Born Jermaine Lamar Cole in Frankfurt, Germany, in 1985, he was raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina. His mother, a white German, and his father, an African-American from North Carolina, have contributed to his rich and varied heritage. Growing up, Cole experienced the unique challenges of being biracial in a predominantly black community. In an interview with XXL magazine, he reflected on his dual heritage, saying, "I can identify with white people because I know my mother, her side of the family who I love. I've had white friends. I know people from high school that I might not have hung out with outside of high school. But I think I got to know them pretty well, so I know their sense of humor. But at the end of the day, I never felt white. I don't know what that feels like. I can identify. But never have I felt like I'm one of them. Not that I wanted to or tried to, but it just was what it was. I identify more with what I look like because that's how I got treated." Cole's experiences of being treated differently due to his appearance have significantly influenced his perspective. He openly acknowledges the complexities of his identity, understanding that despite his connection to both sides of his heritage, societal perceptions often placed him in a different category. "When you get pulled over by the police, I can't pull out my half-white card," he noted. His music frequently touches on themes of identity, race, and personal struggle, providing a platform for discussions about his experiences. Michaela J Rodriguez. Michaela J Rodriguez's journey through her racial identity is a powerful testament to embracing and celebrating her diverse heritage. Born in Newark, New Jersey, Rodriguez is of Afro-Puerto Rican descent, a blend that has deeply influenced both her personal and professional life. In a heartfelt essay shared on the Emmys website, Rodriguez reflected on her upbringing, noting, "I grew up surrounded by driven individuals. My mother is African American, my father is half Puerto Rican and half African American, and my stepfather is African American. From a young age, I understood that as a young Afro-Latina, I would face certain challenges. Rodriguez's path to success has not been without its obstacles, particularly given the lack of representation within both the Black and Latino communities in entertainment. She has expressed frustration over the insufficient diversity both behind and in front of the camera, highlighting a broader issue within the industry. Diversity has always been emphasized in my household, so seeing it not fully reflected and embraced is disheartening," she has said. Despite these challenges, Rodriguez has made a significant impact with her groundbreaking role as Blanca Evangelista on the critically acclaimed series Pose. Her performance has earned her a place in television history as the first openly transgender woman to be nominated for a major acting Emmy. This role, among others, reflects her dedication to pushing boundaries and representing marginalized communities. Zendaya. Zendaya, a renowned actress and singer, embodies a diverse heritage that profoundly shapes her identity and career. Born Zendaya Marie Stormer Coleman in Oakland, California, she hails from a family with both African American and European roots. Her father, Kazembe Ajamu Coleman, is of African American descent, while her mother, Claire Stormer, has German and Scottish ancestry. Growing up in a world where mixed-race visibility was limited, Zendaya often felt the weight of navigating her dual heritage. Reflecting on her experiences, she has shared, "It's complicated growing up mixed race. You're always asked to choose sides or feel like you're not enough of one thing or the other." This duality has influenced her perspective on race and identity, particularly in the public eye. Zendaya's career, marked by roles in Shake It Up and Euphoria, demonstrates her commitment to embracing her heritage and challenging stereotypes. Speaking at the BeautyCon festival, she addressed the issue of colorism within the industry. "I recognize that I am often seen as Hollywood's acceptable version of a black girl," she explained. "That comes with its own set of privileges, and I understand that my experiences with racism and discrimination might differ from those of my darker-skinned peers." Her candid acknowledgement of colorism underscores her dedication to using her platform responsibly. Zendaya is not only a trailblazer in entertainment, but also a vocal advocate for racial and cultural inclusivity. She has been outspoken about the need for diverse representation and the importance of solidarity among all shades of black, recognizing that her own experiences come with a level of privilege. "I want to contribute to the movement and progress," Zendaya said. "If my position, influenced by the color of my skin, grants me a platform where people will listen, then I must use that privilege responsibly." Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, a prominent NBA star known for his explosive athleticism and versatile play on the court, carries a background that adds depth to his public persona. Born in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Griffin has a diverse heritage that often surprises those who delve into his story. His father, Tommy Griffin, is of Haitian descent, while his mother, Gail Griffin, is of red-haired Caucasian background. Growing up, Blake Griffin was aware of the unique blend of cultures in his family, though his upbringing was more focused on basketball than on exploring his racial identity. "My background has always been a part of me," Griffin has said, reflecting on how his family's diversity shaped his perspective. "But it wasn't something I really thought about until I started seeing people's reactions to it." Griffin's journey to professional basketball began at the University of Oklahoma, where he showcased his exceptional skills as a member of the Sooners. His time at Oklahoma not only highlighted his athletic abilities, but also brought attention to his distinctive appearance and background. "I've always known that people might be curious about my heritage," he explained. "My father's Haitian roots and my mother's background make me who I am, and I've embraced that." As Griffin transitioned to the NBA, his heritage continued to be a point of curiosity and discussion. Griffin has used his platform to discuss the importance of embracing one's full heritage, noting, "It's important to recognize and appreciate where you come from, even if it's not always something people immediately see." Fanny Newton. Fanny Newton, celebrated for her impressive range and powerful performances, is a testament to the rich diversity of backgrounds that shape today's cinematic landscape. Born in London in 1972, Newton's heritage is a captivating blend of cultures that significantly influences her identity and career. Her father, Nick Newton, is of British descent, while her mother, Nyasha, brings a vibrant African influence as a member of the Shona people from Zimbabwe, holding the title of princess within her community. Newton's early career was marked by her standout roles in films such as Beloved and Mission Impossible 2. Her portrayal in Crash, 2004, earned her critical acclaim and demonstrated her ability to tackle complex and emotionally charged characters. Newton's role in For Colored Girls further solidified her reputation as a versatile actress who can handle powerful narratives with grace and depth. Reflecting on her multicultural background, Newton has spoken about how her diverse heritage has shaped her approach to acting. Growing up with a blend of English and African influences has given me a unique perspective, she shared. It's not just about my heritage, it's about how these different elements come together to inform who I am as an actress and as a person. In recent years, Newton continued to impress audiences with her role in Solo, a Star Wars story, showcasing her talent in yet another genre. Her background has also provided her with a platform to advocate for greater diversity and representation in the entertainment industry. She has used her voice to highlight the importance of embracing and celebrating one's heritage, recognizing the impact it has on both personal identity and professional opportunities. Hannah John Cayman. Hannah John Cayman, a rising star in the entertainment industry, has captivated audiences with her dynamic performances in projects like Black Mirror, Game of Thrones, Ready Player One, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Born in East Yorkshire, England, John Cayman's background is a blend of diverse cultural influences, reflecting her Nigerian heritage. Her father is a forensic psychologist, and her mother, a former fashion model, both of whom have played significant roles in shaping her identity and career. John Cayman's journey is marked by the challenges and triumphs of navigating her mixed heritage. Growing up in England, she faced the complexities of her identity as a Black woman in a predominantly white community. Her Nigerian roots, combined with her experiences in the UK, have influenced her perspective and her approach to her work. She has spoken openly about the importance of her heritage and the impact it has had on her career. Reflecting on her experiences, John Cayman has noted, "Understanding my heritage has been crucial in my journey as an actress. It's not just about where I come from, but about embracing and celebrating that part of myself in every role I play." John Cayman's rise to prominence is a testament to her talent and resilience. She has made a significant impact with her roles, demonstrating her versatility and strength. Die Antwoord. Die Antwoord, the South African musical phenomenon, is known for their distinctive style and electrifying performances. Comprising the eclectic duo Ninja and Yolandi Visser, the band has made a significant impact on the global music scene with their fusion of electronic beats, hip-hop, and punk influences. Their unique sound and aesthetic are deeply rooted in the South African counterculture known as ZF, a term originally used in a derogatory sense, but which has evolved into a powerful expression of cultural pride and creativity. Yolandi Visser, one of the leading voices of Die Antwoord, brings a rich heritage to the band's identity. Born in South Africa, Visser has openly embraced her background, including her mixed racial heritage, which reflects the complex and diverse fabric of South African society. The term Zef itself embodies a blend of cultural influences, aligning closely with what is often described as ghetto fabulous in American hip-hop culture, and Visser's artistic expression is a testament to this fusion. Despite their success on the international stage, Die Antwoord remains deeply connected to their roots in Cape Town. They have used their platform to celebrate and highlight the vibrancy of South African culture. This connection is not just a superficial element, but an integral part of their identity and artistic vision. Visser has discussed the significance of their heritage in interviews, noting, "Our music and style are a direct reflection of where we come from. Zef is not just a label, it's a celebration of our roots and our resilience." The band's choice to represent their South African origins with pride underscores their commitment to authenticity and cultural representation. Ivon Orji. Ivon Orji, celebrated for her compelling role as Molly Carter on HBO's Insecure, has captivated audiences with her genuine and nuanced portrayal. Her journey from a bright student with a master's degree in public health to a rising star in comedy and acting reflects a story rich in cultural heritage and personal perseverance. Born in Nigeria and raised in Maryland, Orji's background is a blend of African roots and American experiences. Her Nigerian upbringing and educational pursuits laid the foundation for her distinct perspective and talents. Despite her success in Hollywood, Orji has remained deeply connected to her Nigerian heritage, often drawing from her experiences to inform her craft and public persona. In interviews, Orji has discussed the complexity of navigating her identity as an African-born actress in the American entertainment industry. She has openly reflected on the challenges of bridging two worlds, saying, "I came from Nigeria, and I had to find my way in this industry that often doesn't fully embrace or understand where I'm coming from. My journey has been about celebrating my roots while also finding my place in this new space." Orji's role on Insecure has been a significant platform for her to showcase her talent and authenticity. Her character Molly is celebrated for being relatable and multidimensional, a reflection of Orji's own experiences and the rich cultural context she brings to her work. In her stand-up and acting, Orji brings a fresh perspective that resonates with a broad audience while honoring her Nigerian heritage. She has remarked, "I want to make sure that my work represents who I am and where I come from. It's about being true to myself and my roots, and sharing that with the world." Dave Matthews. Dave Matthews, the frontman of the internationally acclaimed Dave Matthews Band, is known not just for his distinctive voice and intricate guitar work, but also for his intriguing and lesser-known background. Born in Johannesburg, South Africa, Matthews' musical journey began early, with his passion for the guitar igniting at the age of 9. His early experiences in South Africa have profoundly influenced his music, blending rock with a unique rhythm that speaks to his diverse heritage. Matthews' background is a testament to a rich cultural tapestry. His father, who was of British and French descent, and his mother, who was of South African origin, provided him with a blend of cultural influences that have shaped his artistry and perspective. Despite moving to the United States in the early 90s, Matthews has never forgotten his South African roots. His band's success, starting with their self-titled debut album in 1994, reflects his unique fusion of rock and South African rhythms, resonating with audiences worldwide. In addition to his musical career, Matthews has been actively involved in philanthropy and political activism. He has supported various causes, including environmental conservation and social justice, and has used his platform to advocate for positive change. His efforts extend beyond music, demonstrating a commitment to leveraging his success for the greater good. Matthews has spoken about the influence of his upbringing on his career, noting the impact of his early experiences in South Africa on his music. He has said, "Growing up in South Africa gave me a perspective on life and music that I carry with me every day. It's shaped who I am and how I approach my art." Pete Wentz. Pete Wentz, the charismatic bassist and lyricist for the rock band Fall Out Boy, has made a significant mark on the music industry with his energetic performances and emotionally charged lyrics. His background is as dynamic as his stage presence, reflecting a rich and diverse heritage that often surprises fans. Wentz was born in Wilmette, Illinois, and his ancestry is a tapestry of cultural influences. His mother, who is of Afro-Jamaican descent, has played a pivotal role in shaping his identity. Notably, Wentz's maternal grandfather, a prominent figure in his own right, served as the United States ambassador to Sierra Leone. This connection to both Afro-Jamaican and diplomatic roots adds a unique layer to Wentz's personal and professional story. Growing up, Wentz navigated a complex racial identity, reflecting on how his mixed heritage influenced his experiences. In interviews, he has touched on the challenges and nuances of being part of a biracial family and how it has impacted his music and public persona. Wentz has expressed pride in his heritage, stating, "My background is a big part of who I am and how I view the world. It's shaped my perspective and my music in ways I'm deeply grateful for. Fall Out Boy's rise to fame, particularly with their success on MTV and their influential albums, has cemented Wentz's place in the music industry. Despite the varied opinions on the band's style and impact, Wentz's role in shaping their sound and their message remains undeniable. Beyond his music career, Wentz has also been involved in various philanthropic efforts and advocacy, often drawing from his diverse background to support causes that resonate with him. His openness about his heritage and his contributions to both music and social causes highlight the depth of his personal journey and the significance of his background in shaping his career. Adriana Lima. Adriana Lima, one of the most iconic models of our time. Known globally for her work as a Victoria's Secret angel, Lima's allure extends beyond her modeling career to her richly diverse heritage. Born in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil, Lima's background is a captivating blend of cultural influences. Her heritage includes Japanese, Swiss, Native American, and African roots. This unique mix contributes to her striking appearance and the broad appeal that has made her a standout figure in the modeling industry. Despite the glamour associated with her career, Lima's journey is a testament to the complexities and richness of her diverse ancestry. Growing up in Brazil, Lima was immersed in a culture that celebrated its diverse roots, which deeply influenced her sense of identity. Her mother, who has Japanese heritage, and her father, with African and Native American roots, played pivotal roles in shaping her understanding of her own background. Lima has often spoken about how this blend of cultures has enriched her life and career, noting, "My background is a mix of so many beautiful cultures. I see it as a strength that shapes who I am." Lima's rise to fame began when she won a modeling competition at the age of 15, leading to a career that has seen her become one of the most recognized faces in fashion. Her work with Victoria's Secret and her appearances in high-profile campaigns and runway shows underscore her status as a top model, while her heritage remains an integral part of her personal narrative. In addition to her modeling career, Lima has been involved in various philanthropic efforts, often drawing from her background to support causes that resonate with her. Her commitment to using her platform for good highlights her dedication to embracing and celebrating her diverse roots. Kris Humphries. Kris Humphries might be best known as the former partner of billionaire Kim Kardashian, rather than for his achievements in sports. While Kardashian has been linked to several high-profile black men like Kanye West, Nick Cannon, Reggie Bush, and Miles Austin, Humphries stands out with his pale skin and light-colored eyes, which might surprise those unaware of his African-American heritage. Kris's black roots come from his father, William Humphries, an African-American college football star. William married Deborah, a white woman, and together they welcomed Kris in 1985. Although Humphries is widely recognized for his brief 72-day marriage to Kardashian, he's also made a name for himself in the NBA. During his professional basketball career, Kris played for several notable teams, including the Utah Jazz, Toronto Raptors, Dallas Mavericks, New Jersey Brooklyn Nets, Boston Celtics, Washington Wizards, Phoenix Suns, and Atlanta Hawks. His accomplishments on the court and his high-profile personal life have kept him in the spotlight, reflecting both his diverse background and his talents. Amber Rose. In 2016, Amber Rose took part in Refinery 29's 29 Questions video series, where she shared her thoughts on beauty and self-image. While her lighthearted remarks about intimacy and eyelashes were fun, the conversation took a serious turn when she addressed her biracial identity. When asked about how she feels regarding the frequent questioning of her racial background, Amber made a surprising statement. She doesn't view herself as a black woman, which has sparked a lot of discussion over the years. This isn't the first time Amber Rose has distanced herself from identifying as black, leading many to question her heritage. Despite her personal views, Amber Rose's mother is Cape Verdean. Cape Verde, officially known as the Republic of Cabo Verde, is an island country in the central Atlantic Ocean and is recognized as one of Africa's more developed democratic nations. This means Amber Rose is indeed half black, even if she doesn't personally identify that way. Amber has often addressed questions about her race with a firm stance. She has mentioned that her Creole family believed they were superior to those who identified as black, which even influenced their disapproval of her relationship with Wiz Khalifa. Despite the complexities surrounding her heritage and identity, Amber Rose continues to navigate and discuss her experiences openly. Logic, born Sir Robert Bryson Hall II, has risen to become one of the most impactful rappers of the past decade, leaving a significant mark on the music industry. Hailing from Rockville, Maryland, his journey to success has been extraordinary. With Grammy nominations and several Billboard 200 chart toppers under his belt, Logic has firmly established himself as a major force in rap. At first glance, Logic's appearance might lead some to think of him as just another white rapper making waves. His pale skin and striking blue eyes might reinforce this view. However, a closer look into his background reveals a more nuanced story. Despite his outward appearance, Logic's heritage is far from exclusively white. Logic identifies as biracial, a fact he has openly addressed in interviews and through his music. His father, Robert Bryson Hall, is African American, while his mother, Mary Bryson Hall, is white. This mixed heritage has profoundly influenced Logic's sense of self and his perspective on the world. Despite his fair complexion, Logic has often confronted misconceptions about his racial identity. Throughout his career, he has used his platform to challenge these assumptions, offering a deeper understanding of race and ethnicity. In his lyrics and interviews, Logic provides thoughtful commentary on the complexities of navigating a world that frequently judges based on appearances. Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza, widely known for her role as April Ludgate on NBC's Parks and Recreation, has a heritage that might not be immediately obvious. Although she is often seen with fair skin, Plaza's background is a blend of her white mother and Puerto Rican father. She has spoken openly about her experiences navigating her biracial identity, feeling a strong connection to her Puerto Rican roots, despite her appearance. Being biracial has brought its own set of challenges for Plaza. In an interview with Latina magazine, she revealed that winning awards for diversity sometimes left her feeling conflicted as she worried about not fully representing her Latino heritage. Despite these inner struggles, Plaza has remained dedicated to supporting her Puerto Rican community. In the wake of Hurricane Irma's devastation in Puerto Rico in 2017, Plaza used her social media platform to mobilize support for the island. She encouraged her followers to contribute to her family's fundraising efforts for recovery. Her advocacy highlights her deep connection to her Puerto Rican heritage and her commitment to making a meaningful difference in her community. Ryan Lochte. While swimmer Ryan Lochte might fit the stereotype of the white "America dude bro" culture, his family background tells a different story. His mother, Ileana Lochte, was born in Havana, Cuba, and moved to the U.S. to escape the Castro regime. After settling in Florida, she played a crucial role in shaping Lochte's journey to becoming a 12-time Olympic medalist, with his swimming career taking off in the state. Ileana Lochte has expressed immense pride in her son's achievements, especially seeing him represent the U.S. on the Olympic stage. She reflects on the sacrifices their family made and the challenges they faced to create opportunities for their children in their new homeland. For her, watching Lochte stand on the podium with the American flag was a deeply emotional moment, symbolizing the realization of their American dream. Despite his intense training regimen, which required him to consume about 8,000 calories a day, Lochte stayed connected to his Cuban heritage. During visits to his mother, he relished traditional Cuban dishes like picadillo and ropa vieja, enjoying the comforting and nostalgic flavors of home-cooked meals. Daniel Sunjata. Daniel Sunjata, known for his standout roles in Grey's Anatomy, Rescue Me, and Graceland, is a testament to perseverance and talent in Hollywood. Hailing from Chicago, Illinois, his diverse background, African American, Irish, and German, adds depth to his personal and professional identity. In interviews, Sunjata has discussed how his mixed heritage influences his approach to acting. Growing up with a blend of cultural backgrounds, Sunjata often reflects on the unique perspectives this diversity brings to his roles. Despite his success, Sunjata's journey hasn't been without challenges. Like many actors of mixed race, he has navigated the complexities of how he is perceived and how he perceives himself within the industry. His diverse background, while adding to his unique appeal, has also required him to confront and embrace various aspects of his identity. John Boyega. John Boyega has quickly become one of Hollywood's most dynamic actors, captivating audiences with his roles in Star Wars and Pacific Rim. His powerful performance in Kathryn Bigelow's Detroit further cemented his status as a rising star in cinema. But beyond his impressive on-screen achievements, Boyega's heritage adds another layer of depth to his story. Boyega was born in London to Nigerian parents, and his upbringing was steeped in Nigerian culture. His family's connection to Nollywood, Nigeria's vibrant film industry, had a significant influence on him. While he initially considered focusing on spiritual films, inspired by his father's role as a pastor, Boyega eventually found his calling in a broader range of roles. In January 2018, Boyega visited Nigeria, a trip that reignited his connection to his roots and even sparked his thoughts about finding a partner. His journey reflects a deep connection to his African heritage, highlighting the impact of his background on both his personal life and career. Jordan Fisher. Jordan Fisher, known for his impressive performances on both the dance floor and the screen, might not be the first name that comes to mind when you think of mixed heritage, but his background is a fascinating blend of cultures. Rising to fame with roles on Disney Channel's Liv and Maddie and a stellar run on Dancing with the Stars, Fisher's talents are undeniable. However, there's more to his story than meets the eye. Fisher's heritage is a rich tapestry of African American, Cambodian, Italian, Greek, and Scandinavian roots. This diverse background plays a significant role in shaping his identity and career. In an interview with Mixed Asian Media, he reflected on his mixed heritage, sharing, "Being mixed shapes my everyday experiences, influencing every role I've taken on. It's human nature to categorize things. It gives us a sense of order. I understand that instinct. Growing up, I was often the only person of color in my school, the lone mixed kid in my town, and the darkest member of my family until my younger siblings came along." Despite his success in the entertainment industry, Fisher has navigated his career with a deep appreciation for his multifaceted background. His diverse roots are more than just a part of his personal identity. They are integral to how he connects with his audience and chooses his roles. Cash Warren. Cash Warren's story is more layered than his public persona might suggest. Best known as Jessica Alba's husband, and for his own ventures in film production, Warren's personal and familial background adds depth to his narrative. Although many recognize him for his high-profile marriage to Alba, Warren's heritage reveals a fascinating blend of cultural influences. Warren is of mixed race, with his father, Michael Warren, being an accomplished African-American actor famous for his role on the 80s TV series Hill Street Blues. His mother is of white descent, adding another dimension to his background. This blend of heritages contributes to Warren's unique identity, something he has navigated throughout his life and career. While Warren's public image might focus on his relationship with Alba and their shared success, Alba's honest company reaching $1 billion valuation, and her impressive net worth of $200 million, his own heritage and achievements deserve recognition. Soledad O'Brien. Soledad O'Brien, a prominent media personality celebrated for her direct and impactful journalism, carries a heritage that adds depth to her perspective. Known for her role as a CNN anchor and her leadership at Starfish Media Group, O'Brien's background plays a significant role in shaping her approach to reporting and storytelling. Born to an Afro-Cuban mother and an Australian father, O'Brien's heritage blends diverse cultural influences. This multicultural background has been a source of strength in her career, offering her a unique vantage point on issues of race and identity. In her reporting and media work, O'Brien's insights are often informed by her own experiences navigating multiple cultural worlds. In interviews, O'Brien has discussed how her background influences her work. She has mentioned that her diverse heritage has equipped her with a nuanced understanding of racial dynamics, which she brings to her journalism. My mixed background has given me a distinct lens through which I view and report on racial issues, she has said. It's an integral part of how I approach my storytelling. O'Brien's career is marked by her commitment to addressing complex social issues, including race and inequality. Her media company, Starfish Media Group, reflects her dedication to creating content that promotes understanding and dialogue on important societal topics. In addition to her media achievements, O'Brien has been a vocal advocate for diversity and inclusion. Sônia Braga. Sônia Braga, a distinguished Brazilian actress renowned for her compelling roles in film and television, brings a rich and varied heritage to her work. While she's widely celebrated for her contributions to cinema, particularly in films like Dona Flor and Her Two Husbands and Kiss of the Spider-Woman, there's a lesser-known facet of her background that adds depth to her story. Born in Maringá, Brazil, Braga's heritage is a blend of African, Portuguese, and indigenous roots. Her Afro-Brazilian ancestry is a significant part of her identity, influencing both her personal life and her career. In her acting, Braga has often drawn on her rich cultural background to bring authenticity and emotion to her roles. In interviews, Braga has spoken about her heritage and how it informs her work. She has reflected on the challenges of navigating her identity in a predominantly white industry, noting, "My background has shaped my experiences and how I relate to my characters. It's important for me to bring my true self into my work." Braga's career has been marked by her ability to portray complex and powerful characters, making her a celebrated figure in Brazilian and international cinema. Her roles have often highlighted social issues and cultural stories, further underscoring her connection to her roots. Beyond her acting career, Braga has used her platform to address issues of race and representation, advocating for greater diversity in the industry. Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz, the iconic rock musician known for hits like Are You Gonna Go My Way and Fly Away, brings an intriguing blend of heritage to his artistry. With a career that has seen him win multiple Grammy Awards and solidify his place in rock history, Kravitz's background adds an unexpected layer to his public persona. Born in New York City, Kravitz is the son of a Russian-Jewish mother, Roxy Roker, and an African-American father, Cy Kravitz. Roker, an acclaimed actress known for her role on The Jeffersons, and Cy Kravitz, a TV producer, raised their son in a diverse cultural environment. Despite Kravitz's striking appearance, which leans more toward his mother's light skin tone, his African-American roots are an integral part of his identity. In interviews, Kravitz has candidly discussed the misconceptions about his racial identity. He has shared that people often have difficulty placing him within a specific racial category, noting, "People see me and they might not immediately recognize my black heritage. I get it. It's the mix of cultures and appearances that make it complex." Kravitz's journey through the music industry has been influenced by his diverse background. He has spoken about how his mixed heritage impacts his approach to music, stating, "My background brings a unique perspective to my art. It's a blend of cultures that shapes the sounds I create and the stories I tell." Through his continued success and openness about his heritage, Lenny Kravitz contributes to the broader conversation about racial identity and the ways in which personal history influences artistic achievement. Who else do you know that might have hidden aspects of their racial identity? Share your thoughts and any surprising revelations you've come across in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to support us. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories and insights into the world of entertainment.